Hi, it's Evie. Who here is low carb, low sugar, no carb? It's harder for it to work now. I don't know if it's what I've done before with low carb or if it's my age or it's a combination of things. For some reason, I thought when I retired, this stress would be less, which is true, but cortisol would go down and I would start to lose weight again. In 2019, I had 5 surgeries and my blood work came back that I was malnourished. So I started eating low carb and it worked for me. I lost 60 pounds over that year and it was amazing how fast it happened. Problem was, I kind of looked like I was a candle that had gotten too warm. I looked kind of melty. So I thought, well, maybe I lost it too fast. Maybe I'm too old. The skin can't, retract back up. And I got slack. It was maybe we'll go out to dinner and we'll have dessert. We'll share a dessert. And then pretty soon there was cookies at work. Well, I'll just have one. And I did, but it got easier and easier to add those sugars and carbs back in. So from 2021 until I would say probably right now, but 2024 for sure, I decided to get more serious. I had gained 30 pounds of the 60 back. Well, I did like the way my skin looked better, but I still didn't like how my clothes fit. I didn't like what the scale said. And so I decided I was going to start walking. So I did. I started walking in January, I think January 12th of this year. And I have been diligent. Since that time, I've missed 3 days. And they have been because of I'm not home at that time. But 3 days over that many months, I think, is really good. In May, I added in weights. Actually, it was April I added in weights, but I was using 8 pounds and then I quickly moved to 10 pounds. And in May, I switched to 20-pound weights. So I do squats with them and then I do each individual arm. And slowly but surely, I could start to feel like I put lotion on, and I could feel my arm felt firmer. And my legs are stronger. I've worked at getting up and down off of the couch without using my hands, which, it's a bad habit to just kind of push off, and whether I needed to or not. So I've only lost 1 pound since May, which I would think I would be more serious about the weights. And here we are, the very end of August. So I'm not very happy with that. And I usually eat a good meal once a day, and I eat a small meal, a second small meal in that day. So I don't eat 3 times a day. And I'm reaching out, wondering if you found something different that works for you, hopefully over 60 years of age. I'm feeling like I'm going to be stuck right here. Although it's not the worst place to be stuck, it is kind of, well, I guess I'm kind of sad about it. I'm sad that it was so easy in 2019 and so difficult in 2025. So I don't eat any breads, I don't eat any sugars, I don't eat any crackers, anything like that. I will have some nuts, and that's probably about all I have that has carbs in it. Occasionally I'll eat a small apple, and I did some blood sugar testing on that. I actually did one where I ate a candy bar and I checked my blood, my glucose level, and it went up to 140, and it stayed there for probably about 3 or 4 hours. I was checking it about every 30 minutes. And then I ate a small apple, and it went up to 140 also. And then I tested it about 30 minutes later, and it had dropped to, I think, 118. And then another 30 minutes, it was down under 100 again. And I do check that regularly. And if I have not eaten, it goes up to, or it is anywhere in the 80s to the 90s. And after I've eaten, it's usually around 110, 113. So I started eating a meal and then adding the apple at the end, and it would raise it to like maybe 120 because it kind of buffered the sugar from the apple. But still, I would say over the course of these months, it's been, the apples are this big, the ones that come in the bags, and I haven't even finished a bag of them. So it's not, like I'm sitting down eating a bag of apples or anything. So if you have any tips or tricks, especially for being female and being older, what works for you, let me know. Thanks for being here. See you next time. Bye.